Hello! Okay, so this video is my second attempt because I accidentally hit the wrong button. Is about poster hangers. And you might say, well, Mike, they've already solved poster hangers, you're wasting your time. And they probably actually have done the thing that I'm talking about doing here, but I'm going to go over it anyway. So here's your poster, and normally what they have in a poster hanging kit is like this little hook. That's the wrong direction, but it doesn't matter. And then a wire. Or you have these little things on the back that have little ridges that you hang on the nails themselves, and that's fine. I have 6 poster boards that I have put in frames, and they all have different hardware, and they're all mounted at different heights because I didn't think to make them the same height, or they came at different heights at some point. And that's sort of annoying to make sure that they all line up on the wall. And not even that. Even if that is convenient, like even if all the hardware is the same, putting them up on the wall requires that you have the poster sort of sitting at an angle, and then you're leaning up against the wall, like making sure that it's getting hooked. And I found it a giant pain in the ass. I've hung them 2 or 3 times, you know, and it's just really annoying and time-consuming, and I don't like it. And I wanted to see if there's another way that I could try. And so what I'm going to do is make something that's very similar to like a chalk holder. So chalk holders are kind of like that, and then they have this sort of like dip for the chalk, right? And so I'm going to do the same idea, but I'm going to have a slant for the poster, and then drill a screw into the wall here. And so I'll have 2 of them, about 2 inches long, and 2 inches thick, and it'll just and maybe like an inch tall, and they'll just hold on to the bottom, and then the poster will lean up against the wall. And so from the front it kind of looks, minus the slant here, kind of looks like this. We're gonna have a little hole that is just this section here, and then a spot for me to put a wood screw, which will go, or not wood screw, a drywall screw. So I'll have to put the little drywall plastic things and then screw in. And that's it. So I'm going to make 7 pairs, because I have 7 poster frames. I only have 6 posters, but I have 7 poster frames, and I'd like to have extra hardware in case I choose to hang get another poster and hang a 7th. I wouldn't have to make it again. And we'll see if this works, but I'm basically going to try it with one. I'm going to make 1 pair first and hang that poster, and if it works, I will make the other 6 pairs. And if it doesn't, I'll just resort to the same old hanging method. So this is the start. I measured out the pieces, I cut them into the 1 inch by 3.5, and then I tried routing the grooves, which didn't work, as you can see. So attempt number 2 was using the stud as is and just routing the hole, the groove in that, but that resulted in burn marks. Eventually I got it working, but the router just kept like sinking into the wood, and the piece that uses the brace kept sliding around, so I had to I figured that I needed to tighten it later, and then once I got that all figured out, I used the the circular saw and cut the pieces. Worked out pretty well. You can see that I'm using a test stud, or a stud on the bottom to sort of save it. And then the next part was drilling in the holes. I used 2 wood drill bits, one for the big piece and one for the screw to actually go through. The big piece being the head of the screw, sorry. Okay, so the poster holders are done. So the experiment, can I make a poster holder that is easier to put up, makes it easier to put the frame up, and the current experiment didn't work out so well. So there are the posters on the wall, and you can see that they sort of sit on this piece here, sorry, and then there's one on the top. And so what I ended up doing is trading the hassle of mounting the picture, like putting it on those nails that you put in the wall, with making sure that the grooves in the holders are exactly the size of the poster, they're exactly straight, and I didn't make any jigs the first time around, so
they're not. They're at a slant. There's like a piece of cardboard holding this thing off the wall. And also replace the ease of installing the hanging hardware. So in the regular frame, you just nail in the wall. It takes, I don't know, it'd be like a minute after you've measured. If you're using like the fancy ones and you have problems like I do, making sure that it goes at the correct angle. I'm just really bad at this stuff. And you replace it with drilling a hole in your drywall and using a drywall mounting kit. So this was not the best way to do it. And even if I continued doing this, I have a couple spares. I would want, or if I would to keep doing this like on future posters, if I bought like, I don't know, 7 more, I don't know. I would make a jig to make them consistent. And then also for putting them on the wall, just like a big 2x4 that's the correct length and has the holes cut for the holders. So you just stick them on the wall and drill it in so you don't have to worry about it. And with like a slot for a level or something. So that's it, semi-failed experiment. Thanks.